Hi, my name is Emily Medina. Today I will be talking to you about street art and graffiti. And today I have Manuel, Brittany, and Jocelyn with me today.
Hi.
Hello.
Is graffiti an art form? Should graffiti be considered an art form? You see it out in public areas, amongst popular monuments, and inside establishments, such as an urban-themed restaurant. Such displays of art are seen in many different places, and yet it continues to receive ridicule from the public. Such things are said about it that are derogatory, and not only to the work itself, but to the artist as well. For example, common things that are said are dirty, vandalism, and defacing of public property. I would like to introduce you to three artists. A modern and extremely popular, well-known artist, an artist that has made a name for himself both in museums and textbooks, and a local artist. The first is Banksy. No one has ever seen what he looks like, but his art speaks volumes. The art he displays in public areas is politically involved and gives a voice to those who have none. As seen in this example that I have provided, you can see the aggression the male has in throwing a bouquet of flowers. Quite odd. But notice how there's a scarf covering his face, he wears dark clothing, modest clothing, and it indicates that he wants to be concealed in sharing good things. The good things are represented by the flowers. Another piece in this message is more direct and is the following. The child is a visual representation of who the original message is being shared with. If you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes the truth. Whereas the quote is distorted in this photo and it says, if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes politics. This makes Banksy's message more impactful. It raises attention to people in the public that if you believe what you hear from people in power and accept their words as truth, in the end, are you really challenging yourself? Banksy is challenging his audience. Who has the real voice? I would like to end this introduction of Banksy with a famous quote of his. The people who run our cities don't understand graffiti because they think it has no right to exist unless it makes a profit, which makes their opinion worthless. The artist that's made his name for himself in both the streets and in museums is Jean-Michel Basquiat. For those of you convinced that graffiti does not represent, I'm going to repeat that. For those of you who consider graffiti not to reciprocate traditional art with its versatility and individualism, here is a prime example of otherwise. Jean-Michel's work is a prime example of providing individualism and cultural roots into the work of street art. His African influence is clear in the color palette and subject of his work. The inclusion of culture as inspirational addition to the world of graffiti inspires many other artists that are coming up and are already doing their work. As for the local artist, Kamea Hadar, he created many of these large murals that you see driving through Honolulu and Waikiki. Although this style of art does not resemble what you normally see and assume to be graffiti, it is still part of the genre. The state of Hawaii and building owners host his work and are clearly advocating for the promotion of his work and therefore graffiti. I would like to discuss one major question in all of this. Is the law subject to deciphering our perception of this art form? At one point, genocide and slavery were considered legal. Those who protected the innocent lives of the Jews during World War II were considered criminals. Is it the same with graffiti? If the law is subject to one's morality, is a political message from Banksy really not okay? Or is it your perception of what is truly good and evil? Works like this are perhaps the only way for the world to see graffiti for what it truly is, art. Do the works that these artists mentioned refer to the three examples I gave earlier? Are they dirty? Is it vandalism or defacing of public property? Is it creating a movement for those who wish to pursue a different kind of art, still art? If someone is given a job opportunity in their field of preference, is it not something we should encourage as a society? When you look at art as you are going about your day, consider this speech before making a comment, before you think about it being there. Is it art? Thank you.